Hello folks, Pastor Rocky Branch. Hope you're doing great today. Let me ask you a question. How hard do you think God's requests are for you? You know, some people say that serving the Lord's very hard. Some people say that it's too difficult. Many people say, I just can't do it. It's not that I don't want to, but I just can't do it. You know, sometimes people say, well, I can't quit my old habits. I can't quit drinking or smoking or doing drugs or running around or whatever it may be. Well, I've got some good news today, because God will never ask you to do anything that He will not give you the power to do. The Bible tells us this in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. The Bible says, but there is no temptation taken you but such is common to man, but God will with the temptation also make a way of escape, that you may be able to bear it. God will never put you in a situation that you cannot deal with. He'll always give you the ability if you'll lean to Him. Now, there's an Old Testament story about a man named Naaman that had leprosy. He come to Elijah, and he heard that Elijah could cure him. Of course, the God of Israel is the miracle worker, not Elijah. But he comes to Elijah, and Elijah just simply sends word out to him to go dip in the Jordan River 7 times. Well, Naaman is a man in the army of Assyria. He's the captain of the host. He's a very important man. And he gets furious at Elijah because Elijah doesn't come out personally and do something, wave his hand, do something that Naaman might feel like that he has at least had the audience of this prophet, that he would feel that he was respected. Well, Naaman was so upset, he was so angry that he just started really getting ballistic in the story. And he says there's better rivers in Damascus to dip in than the old muddy Jordan River. I'd rather go there if I'm going to have to dip in the river. But it wasn't the point of him having to go to Damascus or the Jordan River. It was a point of his obedience to do what God asked him to do through the prophet. So the servant of Naaman said to him, my lord, if the prophet had asked you to do something great, would not you have done it? And Naaman began to think about that. And then Naaman went down to the Jordan River, took off his uniform. He had leprosy. And there he was exposed to his men. They saw his leprous body. And there he dipped 7 times in the Jordan River, and he became clean. The Bible said his skin like a baby's skin. Well, God didn't ask Naaman to do something outrageous. He just asked Naaman to do something that was against his pride. You know, sometimes the reason we don't work for God any better than we do, it's because of a pride issue. We feel like we ought to do better or get better or be blessed more. But you know, folks, we're really blessed people. I mean, we may not have everything that we want, but I will tell you, we got everything we need. I mean, God has blessed us greatly. You know, God's requests for you they're not too great. They're right on time. Wherever you are in your Christian life, and everybody's different, but wherever you are in your Christian life, God's time is perfect. He's speaking right to you, right exactly where you are. He wants to get right where you're living and get you then to take the next step. Just like a baby, when a baby starts walking, you know, and you see that wiggling around and can't hold the balance and all that stuff, and you get so excited when the baby starts walking. Then when the baby starts running, you say, Lord, I wish this baby never started walking. Well, you see, God has to deal with us like that. He wants you to take that step of faith, and then sometimes when you start walking, you want to start running. And when you run carelessly because you can't walk correctly, you find yourself getting in trouble. You see, God's requirements are not too great. He'll give you the ability to deal with them, but you must first be willing to listen and know that His requirements are not grievous. They're not a burden. They're not too much to bear. He will give you exactly what you need at your time in life to do what is necessary to make you a better Christian, to give Him the glory, and to help someone else out. So, you take care of yourself, and remember, you got to crawl before you walk. You got to walk before you run. You take care of yourself. God bless you. We love you, and goodbye.